Well, a mother and daughter in Nanton are also keeping their eyes on the sky. They say something was flying over their house, and they have no idea what it was. A plane, a UFO, perhaps some paranormal activity. Our Nadia Stewart gets to the bottom of it.
Usually the lights shining bright above Sam Martini's Nanton home are the sun, moon, and stars. But on Sunday, she saw something a little different.
It rose so slowly, and then when it came at us, it came so quickly.
It was around 11 o'clock at night. Sam and her daughter Bailey were at home watching TV. When outside, they noticed a pair of bright lights. They ran out to get a better look.
Then the light just started coming straight at us and went straight over our house and headed to the northwest behind us.
These blurry pictures, the only evidence of what they saw. Whatever it was, it frightened the cattle. It was unlike anything Sam had seen before.
Ahí se alcanza a ver, palpitando, zoom, zoom, quieto Margarito. ¡Ah, qué belleza! Mientras más lejos se ve como mejor.
Son como las luces de una discoteca, ¿no?
No, mira cómo da vueltas, mira cómo da vueltas, mira. Mira que se está moviendo porque yo tengo el coso quieto. No, ajá, mira que palpita.
Buenas noches, bienvenidos a una nueva edición de Hechos. A continuación los titulares y por todo lo correspondiente a la edición de hoy, martes 8 de febrero de 1994.
Una noticia que seguro va a conmover a todos los ciudadanos. Al promediar la 1:15 de la madrugada de hoy, fue visto lo que aparentemente es un objeto volador no identificado. Y ustedes lo están viendo en exclusiva en su pantalla. El objeto luminoso fue visto por espacio de 45 minutos y realizaba constantes movimientos, lo que hizo pensar a los testigos que realmente se trataba de un ovni. Las imágenes fueron captadas por un camarógrafo aficionado, quien grabó la mayor parte del tiempo que duró el fenómeno.
Olha lá, paradinhas, as nuvens vão passando. Deixar um pouco o zoom aqui. Cara, mas é muito estranho aquilo lá, porque olha, e parado lá, não se mexe. Que é isso aí, será?
Oh là là, il y en a au large.
Il va vite là. Hein.
Eh, dis donc, celui-là, il est balèze,
Regarde, il monte, il descend, il quinote.
Et c'est con, avec le noir, on voit pas bien, j'arrive pas à choper des arbres ou des maisons. Tu sais qu'on voit les distances.
Ouais.
Et il y en a là-bas aussi qui partent loin. Et il va y avoir des trucs dans les journaux demain.
Quoi ?
Ah bah à mon avis, demain il va y avoir plein d'appels téléphoniques, enfin de gens qui ont appelé les flics ou je sais pas quoi.
Peut-être que il y aura des gens qui vont appeler le pompier qui vont croire que ce sont des extraterrestres.
Ouais.
C'est pas mal ça.
Non, mais ça n'a rien à voir avec des avions, puis il y en a au large.
C'est pas des satellites, c'est pas des...
Ah non, des satellites c'est pas comme ça, c'est beaucoup plus fin et on les verrait pas avec les nuages. Là, ils passent sous la couverture nuageuse, hein, les trucs.
Ils viennent tout d'un coup, là.
Oui, il y en a. Ça s'est calmé, là, ou il y en a encore qui viennent? Ça fait combien en tout? On en a vu une vingtaine avant que j'aille chercher mon appareil photo.
Tends to be a hot night for UFO sightings. And some say a flying saucer graced the skies above Eugene.
Whether you believe in UFOs or not, this video has sparked lots of speculation. Take a look.
I noticed a little white light and it was moving all over the place, and it's like, wait a minute, the camera's laying on the ground. Why is this light moving all over the place?
The video you're watching was filmed on New Year's Eve. Richard and his daughter were recording fireworks from their GoPro. They put the camera down in their backyard and hours later went inside to edit the video.
I'm pretty certain it was a UFO.
By UFO, he means this tiny light in the sky. He says nothing else can explain it. Not a laser, not a star.
A Chinese lantern isn't going to move around back and forth and disappear like that thing did.
So, a UFO.
Mira, allá salieron otras dos.
Sí, pues son las dos que vienen. Mira, ya hay otras dos.
¿Ya viste? Simón. Hay que mandársela a Jaime Maussan. Mira estas madres, güey. Esas madres no son cohetes, que pura verga. No, pues, no se escucha ningún sonido.
Y esta que descubrió nuestro compañero Armando Hurtado, a las 5:44 de la mañana, nuestro querido Camarón andaba viendo al Popo y miren nada más qué cosa. Es la imagen de Gregorio Chino Popocatépetl y esa luz que aparece por ahí. Ya estamos enviando el video a expertos de la UNAM a ver qué nos dicen con respecto a de qué se pudo haber tratado esto, ¿no? Si era una estrella fugaz o qué era. Para que nos cuenten. Pero bueno, pues ahí está la imagen, 5:44 de la mañana en el volcán Popocatépetl. Eso fue lo que se...
Bermeja en Santander, porque un fotógrafo logró captar supuestamente dos objetos voladores no identificados en los alrededores de una refinería. El profesional solo se dio cuenta después de lo que había en las imágenes.
Cuando este fotógrafo, Edgar Malagón, estaba bajando a su computador las imágenes de unas panorámicas en Barrancabermeja, se percató, al parecer, de un objeto volador no identificado.
Cuando miraba la foto en detalle observaba que se veían dos óvalos y uno de ellos se veía con demasiada perfección el trazado de los óvalos, o sea, como un ovni. O sea, eso es lo que veo yo en la foto, y veo un ovni por la parte de abajo.
Este hombre, que lleva más de 40 años siendo fotógrafo, es una persona que no creía en estos fenómenos.
Se ven que eso está camuflado entre las nubes, o sea, las dos naves, lo que yo creo que son naves.
Mystery in the sky. A Wichita man is looking for clues tonight after spotting something unusual. KSN's Kianga Kelly spoke to the man and went in search of answers. Kianga?
Is it a plane or is it something else? Either way, Jeff Templin says what he saw in the sky was not the usual aircraft that flies over his home.
Right over the city, clear as a bell. Anybody that was looking up would have seen it.
Jeff Templin is an amateur photographer. He says he's seen it all until now. While taking pictures of wildlife back in February, something caught his eye. He said it looked like an unusual contrail.
You don't usually see military or even civilian aircraft, jets which leave contrails, making those kind of severe departures off of a given route.
Templin says the aircraft made several severe 180-degree turns in the sky in the shape of an S. Even more unusual,
absolutely silent, no sound.
So he snapped a few photos and took it home.
When I put them on my computer and processed them and pulled it up, I was surprised to see this triangular shape that is not like anything you typically see.
Interesting lights here. Some of those are planes, and they're probably all planes. But you'll notice some of them are swooping down in a really cool fashion. As if, yeah. Not sure what those guys think they're doing. What the hell do these guys think they're doing? An air show this time of night?
In San Antonio, well, there have been a couple of different sightings or alleged sightings on 2 different days this week. And Robert Price joins us live to explain what the witnesses think they saw and what the experts think. Robert?
Well, Randy, it was a night just like tonight, Sunday and Monday on the west side and near Leon Valley. Several neighbors reported seeing something strange up in the sky.
What's that? It looked weird.
Irene Trujillo watched in disbelief from her front yard near Castroville Road.
When I saw them, I was looking right here.
She grabbed her phone. Her neighbor grabbed his camera.
I was just like, oh my God, I was just snapping pictures.
Take a look. Bright lights hovering in the sky.
It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't an airplane, it was just 3 lights.
A day later, miles away near Leon Valley, Sheila Terrell also noticed something strange.
Uh-oh, I got something going on here. I better capture this.
Bright, colorful lights streaking through the sky.
You see how it looked like it's moving though, too? That's the thing.
They weren't like going real fast.
And now it looks like a whole sky full of them.
Dit zijn beelden gemaakt vanuit de hoogbouw aan de Merellaan in Maasluis. Afgelopen vrijdag 2:45. Vastgelegd door bewoner Dick Smits met deze kleine camera.
Ik was hier die boot hier rechts aan het filmen, heel veel bedrijvigheid. En in mijn linker zie ik ineens iets aankomen. En dat was er volgens mij al een tijdje, want ik had het nog niet zo in de gaten. Ik denk, dat is wel interessant, ik ga dat eens even opnemen.
Maar wat is het? Ook broer Rob komt de beelden bekijken.
Maar op slow motion zag ik volgens mij nog meerdere objecten en een schoot iets vanaf de tweede kraan van links naar rechts keihard omhoog. Moet ik eigenlijk even aanwijzen.
There was something dazzling in the sky last night, and we're not talking about New Year's Eve fireworks.
Well, people from all over Northern California contacted us to report a bizarre flying object or objects. Most of the sightings happened just after midnight.
News 10's George Warren spent the day trying to identify the unidentified flying objects.
Well, we saw it right through the trees. It was bright enough to shine directly through the trees without any problem seeing it.
Stephen Brown watched it over Sacramento. Hans Mout spotted it over Auburn.
Kind of approached from over that direction and came across kind of slow.
Did they see the same thing that Kay Pinlack saw in Stockton?
Pretty much right above this palm tree here.
Multiple objects, he says, captured on his iPhone.
Guys, I seen like 6 bright orange color lights, and they're like almost in a diamond or triangle shape. It was weird, and then so they started just separating.
You see that other one up there on the right, though? And not just Northern California. Somebody posted this video from the Hollywood Hills on YouTube. Multiple glowing objects out there among the New Year's Eve fireworks.
And now it's 3 more.
There's 2 of them.
No.
There's 3 all together, right?
Yeah, it's silver now, Steve. Look, glittering in the sun. What your food, Sue? Is it your tea utensils? Yeah. We'll get you a bib in a minute. They're ready for you. Just left them out.
Put it for 5 and 3 hours, so I'm going to give it about 6.
Did you give it the earlier you give it in?
Yeah, the next one is.
Yeah, and then we can
No, I'll hang it with a bib in a minute.
yeah, look, still, it's shining in the sun. Oh, even this is not like this is some bubbles. What did you do? Look, oh, the table, look. What do I think? It's a few bubbles.
I'm going to sleep for about half an hour, really, isn't it?
So last week, a man from Fort Mill, he went outside, he spotted something suspicious in the sky, he whipped out his phone, and he thinks he spotted not one, but 2 different UFOs.
Okay.
Not one, 2.
2? Really? I mean, I only see one dot here on this video.
Well, one of them's obviously a plane.
That's a plane, and this is the mystery object.
Well, it's definitely a UFO. I have no idea what it is, so.
I don't either.
So as far, it's unidentified.
He thinks it could be aliens, could be some other life form from another planet. What?
He just was like, I don't know what it is. He was kind of confused, and he put it online and got a lot of hits.
This is UFO right there.
In just the last week, Quanktron's YouTube videos have gotten 5,000 hits. Here, you can see the mystery object moving back and forth in the sky.
When I go outside and I saw something very bright on the sky, and I use my phone camera to record.
Tron says late last Thursday, he spotted 2 UFOs outside his home in Fort Mill.
Yeah, but es un helicóptero.
Son 2 helicópteros.
Que no pueden ser 2. Si van las luces al mismo.
Gledajte je to, no? Kaj si ti hecne? Kaj mi je te zdaj spizda? Aha, dobre, vim. Jaz imam obliko, evo.
Several people in the Oildale area and some in Bakersfield reported seeing strange lights in the sky last night. Unsure of what to make of it, they asked Eyewitness News to check it out.
I looked up and I seen a perfect triangle, 3 lights, and they were like orangish red, not blinking.
Well, this was like a dull yellow, and you can see it like if you were to put a triangle and you flip the triangle flat.
It wasn't a bird, and it wasn't a plane.
I think it was UFO.
The only thing I could think it was aliens. They're moving. This is real stuff. This is not fake.
It's been described as a light or lights in the sky, varying in color, number, the speed it was moving, and what time it was visible. But no one can pinpoint what it was.
Strange lights appear in the sky, and more tri-staters are asking, what were they? And this is a picture sent to us by Kimley McCraw. This is what she says she saw outside of her Princeton, Indiana home Thanksgiving night. Brandon Bartlett back from Gibson County now. He joins us with this mystery, Brandon.
Well, David McCraw says she's a skeptic of UFOs, but says she definitely saw something right out of a movie. She grabbed her camera and got them on tape.
So these are like the first ones that I took.
Kimley McCraw is eager to show anyone the pictures that she took Thanksgiving night in hopes that someone could explain just what she saw in the sky over her home in Princeton.
They just stayed in that one 4 like all 4 of them, and they just moved across the sky.
The objects immediately caught McCraw's attention. She even pointed them out to a neighbor who stopped by.
And I was like, what is that? And she kind of turned around and came back, and she's like, that's an airplane. And I said, that is not an airplane.
McCraw says it was just before 7 o'clock when she started seeing these objects rise from the horizon. She says they didn't make a sound, all glowed and changed colors, all were about the same size, and all appeared to just float up until
Co to jest? UFO? Ale trzeba krzyczeć. A gdzie? Nie wszystkie. I patrz, ten ma czarne i ten ma czarne. Ej, nie? Ty to tak cicho. Trzeci ma czarne, zobacz. No, bo widzisz, one gasną i lecą na dół. Pa, leci na dół prawie. Ej, zobacz, no właśnie. No. Jakbym była pijana, to by mi się... Jaki duży. Ale to jest patrzcie, co to kuźne? Co to jest? Foki. Patrzcie, tam już spadają na dół. Jeden, drugi. Ten ale pędzi, zderzą się. A ty nie leci na dół. I spada. Jak zobacz się na dół.
Something strange was spotted in the sky above Pike County Tuesday.
At this point, there's still no explanation as to what it was, and people are left wondering what's flying over their heads. LEX 18's Adam Weiner has more.
These images, snapped by Alan Epling, has the man stumped. And that's saying something coming from a long-time amateur astronomer.
I know a satellite when I see it. I track satellites with my ham radio and the telescope.
But this object is like nothing he's ever seen.
We were just sitting around talking, and she said, there's a strange airplane in the sky.
So Epling went to take a closer look.
Like you had a giant mirror in the sky reflecting sunlight.
And he saw something very different.
And so I thought, well, there's a shiny helicopter or plane hovering up there. I'm going to look at it. I got my binoculars out, and when I looked through the binoculars, I was stunned. This was no helicopter, and this was no plane. And in fact, this is what I saw.
For 2.5 hours, he watched and photographed this object as it hung in the air until eventually it disappeared. And he wasn't alone. Police say they received numerous calls, and Epling found other observers online.
You asked me if I think it's an earthly origin.
All that's left to ask, what is it?
I think it is.
By definition, it remains an unidentified flying object.
And it's still a UFO until it's identified.
Covering the news in Pike County, Adam Weiner, LEX 18 News.
There's a big glow to it, right?
Yeah, you see on top?
Yeah. Nah. They kind of look like flares, but they're not even flares because they're moving horizontally, not vertical.
Well, you can call it a close encounter of the Bay Area kind. A triangle of strange lights hovering in the skies over San Francisco. A couple of people whipped out their phones to capture it. That was video taken on the corner of 16th and Valencia, so we sent CBS 5 reporter Linda Yee to find out what was that.
Up there, look at the lights up there, dude.
It was definitely something in the night sky. Enrique Barrios took this video of 7 lights in a line with his cell phone.
Looked like flame, fireballs in the sky.
David Shelley took these pictures as they hovered over him.
Kind of looked like a fiery, floaty thing.
That is super strange.
So what did dance through the sky over San Francisco's Mission District? Even scientists are not so sure.
It's not a planet. It's not a constellation. It's not meteors. It's not the moon.
They're forming a triangle now, dude.
Witnesses said the lights flickered on and off, then took different shapes.
So in the beginning, they kind of look just like flying candles. And then afterwards, they start making formations, triangular formations.
But there could be a plausible explanation.
It looks to me like it could have been balloons carrying lights.
I am 100% sure this was a UFO.